So lots of people ask me, how can I really find out somebody's values from a dating profile, from a dating website? Lots of people use websites now, I certainly have, they're very common, but how do we really get behind somebody's values based on their profile? Now, there are 3 stages to this, and most people don't go beyond the first stage. So the first stage is looking at their profile and the kind of things that they do, the kind of things that they're interested in. And you can get quite a lot about a person's values based on that. Do they play team sports? Are they interested in family? Do they run their own business? You can find out quite a lot about what they value from their profile. So that's the first thing to look at. What are their values based on what they do and who they are? The second piece to their profile, which people don't often look at, is how is that profile laid out? So almost step back from the content and look at how the profile's laid out. Is it very ordered and structured? Is there a system to that profile? Then you've got somebody in blue. Is it very punchy? Is it very much, I do this, I love this? Very red. Is it very slightly more meandering, slightly more question asking, slightly more stream of consciousness? Probably somebody in green. And then the third part to this is the emails that you get when you start corresponding, and they are going to tell you a lot about that person's values. For example, if you've got an email that's telling you about their family or their friends, that's probably going to be somebody in purple, somebody who talks about the magic of a relationship, talks about feeling around something. I've just got a feeling that we might be right for each other. That's very much about purple. If you've got an email and it's very much the I position, this is who I am, this is what I do, I decided to suddenly do this last weekend, that's very much a red position. Not much you, not much we, lots of I, that's very red. If you've got somebody who's in blue, you're going to be looking for these kind of words. Should we meet up perhaps for a drink first before we have a meal? I'm not sure we're supposed to. There'll be lots of wondering how it's supposed to operate according to the dating website that you're using. So they'll be using lots of checking for the rules, checking for the right thing to do. You've got someone in blue there. If you've got someone, as I said, with lots of exclamation marks, lots of punchy sentences, perhaps one word with 3 exclamation marks, someone looking for quite a lot of excitement, that might be somebody who might come across as a bit showing off. So they might talk about exciting things they've just done. They might suggest that you go somewhere really fabulous for your first date. There'll be lots of let's do this, I know this place, let's do that. Lots of dynamic action, lots of movement. You've got someone in orange. And finally, if you've got someone in green, they'll be asking you what you want. Lots of questions, very curious about you. Should we? How do you feel about? Would you like to? Lots of taking care of your own feelings. I don't mind, you say. You'll get that from green. So look at those signs in the email, and that's going to tell you where that person's coming from.